He trains like an animal. I heard he walks on his hand. Like he does the handstand on his arms. I heard he walks around for an hour.
Mom, I can fly.
Wow.
Just an hour on his arms. Just don't come down. Walk around. Come on, champ.
That's too much.
That's insane.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
In this episode, get ready for the biggest event of the summer in the world of boxing, the rematch that has all heavyweight fans on edge. On July 19th, Usyk versus Dubois 2. A battle promising intense emotions, drama, and unpredictable twists. On the line are all the heavyweight titles. A fight for the undisputed champion of the Royal Division. In this video, opinions from the most famous boxing stars who are not afraid to speak openly about the chances of both fighters. From sharp statements by trainers and ring veterans to restrained but confident predictions from the champions themselves. This episode will be your guide into a world of predictions, intrigue, and heated debates surrounding the upcoming fight. Who will win this legendary rematch? The answers will surprise even the most passionate fans. Before the video starts, hit subscribe and the notification bell if you want to be the first to know about the biggest boxing events. Shannon Briggs, American heavyweight who made noise both inside and outside the ring, decided to publicly name who he considers the favorite in the upcoming rematch between Usyk and Dubois. Shane didn't shy away from a direct answer. In fact, he made his choice very clear. We are expecting a pretty tough fight. Everything will depend on the details, endurance, and who can handle the pressure. But if you ask me directly who will win, I would still choose Oleksandr Usyk. Such an admission is further proof that even among former American boxing stars, Usyk maintains a high level of respect and trust.
But he's an animal, champ. He's not normal. He's not regular. He's not a regular human being.
You're talking about Usyk?
Yeah, Usyk. He's not a regular person, so he's going to be a hard man to fight. And only thing you can hope with a guy like that is that he loses his edge in the way in which he loses his hunger.
Famous British heavyweight Johnny Fisher, nicknamed the King of Knockouts for his aggressive style, openly backed Daniel Dubois for the upcoming rematch, and did so quite sharply. Fisher didn't try to be diplomatic. He directly hinted that the Ukrainian champion is in for a real hell in the ring. Usyk is facing a hellish test. I picked Dubois as the winner because I support British boxers. Dubois has a heavy and powerful punch. I think Daniel can knock out Oleksandr. Daniel has great momentum. He defeated Hrgovic, Miller, and Joshua. Daniel will beat Usyk. He will do it for all of Britain. This time, with unexpected bluntness, British heavyweight Hughie Fury, cousin of Tyson Fury, who himself has unfinished business with Usyk, spoke out. Hughie didn't beat around the bush and simply removed Dubois from the equation. Can Dubois change anything? No, I don't think so. Usyk has already studied him. It will all repeat again. Could something change if Dubois starts as aggressively as he did against Joshua? That might backfire badly on Daniel. If he rushes at Usyk, he will quickly suffer. This is a very easy fight for Oleksandr. These words sound almost like a verdict, as it turns out that even among the British, there aren't many who believe in Dubois' chances. And if Hughie is right, the rematch could turn not into a battle, but a replay of an execution. One of the most influential people in British boxing, the promoter of Daniel Dubois and Tyson Fury, Frank Warren, made a statement that is already on the verge of serious controversy in the boxing world. Commenting on the upcoming rematch, Warren didn't hold back. His words sounded like a warning and a hint that things might not go according to the script of Ukrainian fans. 27 years old versus 38 years old. Lennox Lewis was already retired at that age. Could Usyk face the night of aging? It's possible. But in my opinion, Usyk hasn't run that many miles yet. And still, Daniel can win. It's not just about physicality. He has talent, power, a great jab, punches from both hands. It all depends on the mind. If he focuses like he did in the fights against Anthony Joshua, he can do it. If Daniel lands a punch, Usyk will go down. Usyk ended his cooperation with Krasjuk. Will that affect the result? I don't really dwell on that. Usyk is an absolute professional. Krasjuk did a great job with him over the years. But now Usyk is a road warrior. He's used to it. He came from a country engulfed in war, and he will be ready for anything. Oleksandr trains in Spain like a man possessed. This is a big moment for him. He didn't come here just for the paycheck. He wants to win. Do you believe Daniel will knock out Usyk? Yes, of course. If he lands, Usyk will go down. If not, I think he can outbox him. But it all depends on those two guys. Of course, Frank, as Daniel's main promoter, cannot but support his fighter. It's his duty and strategy. But from everything coming out of the British camp, it becomes obvious. Daniel's team is setting him up as if the rematch is just a formality and victory is almost in the bag. This is especially evident in their obsession with the controversial low blow in the first fight, after which, in their opinion, Dubois was already almost a champion. This narrative turns into outright self-deception. They keep living in the belief that the victory was taken from them back then. And now supposedly all that remains is to take what's theirs. But the ring doesn't accept illusions. Only reality matters there. One of the most famous knockout artists in British boxing history, former WBC heavyweight world champion Frank Bruno, also did not stay silent about the high-profile rematch. Bruno, who once was a true icon of British boxing, did not go into technical details but made it clear. He wants to see the British fighter win. It will be a good fight, no doubt. I hope the best man wins, but to be honest, I hope Dubois wins this fight. It will be a huge step forward for him personally and for all British boxing. Bruno once again reminded that the boxing pride of the country is not just words, but a matter of honor. And it seems the British legends are preparing to see Daniel bring the belts back home. But will Usyk let him do that? That's a very different question. One of the most dangerous heavyweights of today, powerful Congolese knockout artist Martin Bacol, spoke about the upcoming rematch. And his statement leaves no room for illusions. Bacol is absolutely convinced that the second fight will end the same way as the first, or even tougher for the Brit. Yes, Dubois can try, can make an effort, can change his approach, but he won't succeed. It's too late to change anything now. Usyk is on another level. He never stops. He moves through all 12 rounds. Against someone like that, you don't just have to hit, you have to know how to think and box. To be honest, I thought Fury would stop Usyk, but he couldn't. And now the only one who can do it is me. I know how to do it.
I'll be Oleksandr Usyk, I'll be Joshua, I'll be Dubois.
Usyk is much smarter, more experienced, and more technical than Daniel. And, according to Bacol, that won't change in the rematch or any other fight. But, of course, Martin is exaggerating when he says he is the only one who can stop Oleksandr. After all, we've all seen his loss to Joe Parker and the draw with F.A. Ojibboy. One of the most famous brutal heavyweights, the eternal underdog and fan favorite Chisora, did not stay away from this hot topic. Can Daniel Dubois beat Usyk right now? Yes, why not, without any doubt. Looking at the current form Daniel is in, the momentum he has gained recently. Yes, he can definitely handle Usyk. This statement is not just a technical forecast, but a vote of confidence in a fighter whom many still considered psychologically unstable after his first loss to Usyk. British heavyweight world champion, known knockout artist, and former Klitschko opponent Haye joined the public discussion about the rematch, and his words could be a warning sign for the Ukrainian camp. Haye, known for his sharp manner of speaking, spoke calmly this time, but every phrase sounded like a warning. Dubois already made one fatal mistake, and he simply cannot afford to repeat it a second time. In the first fight, he tried to box Usyk at distance, and that was absolutely the wrong decision. Such a strategy is a death sentence for anyone facing Oleksandr, because in technical boxing, Usyk is simply on another level. No one can match him in this aspect. Dubois needs to take an example from Chisora. Chisora pressured Usyk from the very beginning, forced him to make mistakes, created chaos, and pushed him to the limit. That kind of approach might bring results, but the pressure must be smart, otherwise it will turn into a disaster. Daniel is young, ambitious, hungry for victories. He has all the physical attributes to win. Former world champion, Usyk's opponent, and one of the most famous voices in British boxing, Tony Bellew, spoke bluntly about the chances of both fighters. And although Bellew does not hide his respect for the young Brit, he still favors the experience and skill of a Ukrainian. Dubois is the kind of guy who can walk through fire. In the Joshua fight, he already showed he can stand where many would have simply broken down. He has heart, power, and most importantly, the desire to win. He won't be sitting back. He will definitely come forward against Usyk. But Usyk is an anomaly. He's not just a boxer. He's a true genius of the ring. What he does to heavyweights is unreal. And honestly, no matter how much I want to believe in a British miracle, I don't think Dubois will be the one to stop Oleksandr. Yes, I know, all good things must come to an end. That's true. But I don't think Usyk's end will come now. And definitely not from Dubois' hand. On the contrary, I believe that in the second half of the fight, Usyk will simply wear Daniel down and eventually knock him out. That's exactly how it will end, with a loud knockout in the 9th round. Tony Bellew, as someone who has been in the ring with Usyk, knows how terrifying and cold-blooded the Ukrainian can be. And it seems he sincerely doubts that Dubois will last in the rematch. The holder of the WBO International Heavyweight title, Croatian phenom Filip Rgovic, who himself suffered a technical knockout loss to Dubois in the 8th round in 2024, also shared his thoughts on one of the most anticipated rematches of the year. The rematch will definitely be a completely different fight. In the first fight, Dubois was simply destroyed. He was outclassed in every aspect. Back then, he looked like a guy who didn't know where he had ended up. Today, we see a completely different Daniel. He is no longer the boy who got beaten. He is a contender who is truly ready for war. I won't lie, Usyk still remains a slight favorite for me, and boxing IQ are impressive.
I think Usyk is a big favorite, and I think he'll win. But like I said, it's a heavyweight boxing, and you never know. Dubois is a big guy, big puncher, so you never know.
But there's one nuance that worries me. If the fight turns out to be close, with no clear winner, you Brits will do everything possible to ensure Dubois wins. Oleksandr needs only a confident victory. One of the most famous boxers in British boxing history, the charismatic former world champion Naseem Hamed, didn't hold back and openly backed the British heavyweight. I'll be honest with you. In my opinion, Daniel is the only boxer who has ever seriously hurt Usyk. He didn't just land a body shot on Oleksandr in the first fight. He made him suffer and literally put him on the canvas. In this rematch, I'm sure Daniel won't just fight. He will come to destroy Usyk. He has a goal. He has a thirst for revenge. And this time he won't let himself be stopped by any controversial decisions. I believe Dubois will bring our belts back to Britain. They belong to him and the entire British people. Many have already made their choice. 2 men will meet in the ring, and only one will leave as the undisputed world champion. Opinions among the stars are divided, but the majority still back the Ukrainian to win. This is a historic event for the entire boxing world, not just Ukraine and Britain. No one has ever become a 3-time undisputed champion, and Usyk is already on the path to achieving this unreachable goal. Youth or experience, brains or power, Ukraine or Britain. Who will become the strongest boxer of our time? We will find out on July 19th in London. Friends, what do you think? Who will come out the winner of this mega fight of the year? Experts' opinions differ. Most predictions favor Usyk, and bookmakers give the edge to the Ukrainian as well. But Dubois is a puncher who has matured significantly since their first encounter. Write your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.